drawing balance unto thee. Do not be afraid, your far saving grace. Do not hesitate, let's reignite your faith. Divine encounters are alive. Divine encounters, our life's design.
And thank you for joining me, the Oracle of Apollo, Dominique Rivera. I am so grateful to have you on the show today. And of course, as always, I have a fantastic supernatural story time for you guys today. But of course, first, I wish you all a beautiful experience today. Remember to ensure that you have your high quality show, because this is not just a passive program, but an interactive exchange. We are going to have the good news, a divine experience, and the Apollo games. And so during this shift, we want you to be drinking water so that way your vibration can stay heightened. And may your cup overflow with abundance to all of your health. Cheers. Oof, that one got me there. Oof. And of course, thank you for being here. Hello, everybody. Hi, Angelo. How are you? Thank you for being here. I'm really excited to bring you guys a very special friend of mine coming from all the way across the world. And it is a miracle, if anything, that he is here today, because it's pretty late over there. So before he comes on, I just want you guys to know that every week we have the opportunity to win an angel blessing, a channeled angel blessing by me, the Oracle of Apollo. And all you have to do is share this feed, comment that you shared it, and then email me at divineencounters@e360tv.com with the subject title, Ask the Oracle. And you'll be automatically able to win a channeled angel blessing from me live here on Divine Encounters. If you want to have a session with me, please check me out at howellwellness.com. Or if you want to learn with me in my free group, you can go to www.meetup.com/Awakened Philadelphia. And Angelo says he is doing well, and thank you for being here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring our guest in. But first, he has to get here from all the way across the world. So how can we do that? Ooh, portal. Let's get the portal. Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm glad we both got here at the same time, because that would have been really awkward.
Yes. Very cool. Yes, I made it. Wow, what a quick trip.
It is a quick trip. It was pretty impressive, if I have to say the least, really.
Yeah, that was very nice. Thank you.
So thank you for being here, David. I really appreciate you. Just let everyone know where you are in the world and what time it is there right now.
Okay, actually, I had the time incorrect with you earlier. It's actually 1:10 a.m.
Oh, well, that's not as bad as 3.
No, it's not. No, I was able to take a little nap for a couple hours, so very nice. But yes, I'm in Germany, so Germany, Europe, yes.
Wow. Hi, everybody who's joining. Make sure you guys
Hello.
give us. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Are you there? Okay.
Good.
Make sure everybody at home that you are putting into the comments a little heart and a candle so you guys can send love and light to the feed, so that we don't have the same thing that happened last week, which basically was Mercury in retrograde showing off. Speaking of Mercury in retrograde showing off, David, today I went to the doctors and they had to fax one paper from my doctor's office to my doctor's, and it took 3 hours because the fax machine would not send out anything. And I was just like, Mercury in retrograde, here we go.
Right. Or Dominic.
Facts. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, of course, my name is David Orlando, and I am an intuitive healer, yes. But within that title, is a few, how would I say this, ways of assisting as an intuitive healer. So that is through mediumship, through trance healing, yes, through, of course, intuition. So the way that I assist is, yeah, I don't put it in a box, yeah, because I'm still learning and still more is being revealed. So whenever I start to, for an example, do a session or I'm starting to do my work, I of course desire all the gifts to assist, but the highest one being love. So from that place, that's where that box just kind of falls away. And yeah, so that's where the always learning and new ways of assisting come about. So
Wow. So, and thank you for being a service to the light at this time of the Great Awakening, coming into the age of Aquarius, December 22nd, astrology drop right there to December 22nd. So thank you for being of service, because, you know, it didn't dawn on me till a few days ago when I was like, you know, people are going to be talking about this time in the planet for millennia to come. This great shift that is happening on the planet is going to be on the tongues of so many people in the future. And there's going to be so much written about it. And to be one of the people, to allow yourself to be a vessel, to be a light bearer at this time, you know, it's no small feat. And so I thank you for hearing that call and for answering that clarion call of the healers that are needed on the planet right now.
Thank you, Dominique, and you as well. To you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, friend. So,
Yes.
you know, we guys like to start this feed, and that was really nice. I felt good saying that too, by the way.
Me too.
And that leads to the good news. Yes. So if you haven't been here, we're going to put you in the background for a second, Orlando. Don't worry, you won't be going nowhere. Okay, so the good news, yes. The good news here we have with Angel Celestina. She's blessing us with friendships and the crystals. Message for the midweek collective energy check-in is focus. And it's a very pretty card, right? So here we see an amethyst crystal cave bathe in the water from a river. And the points of light representing the spiritual force that these crystal beings generate. Amethyst, as well as other types of crystal quartz, have been used for thousands of years in magic and healing, as well as for intensifying psychic capabilities. Since its violet color is the same as the crown chakra, it has often been referred to as a spiritual stone. The nature of quartz crystals, the second most common element in the Earth's crust, is that they help focus the power of our life force or spirit. Where attention goes, power flows, and crystals magnify this power tenfold. Our intention influences where our attention goes. When we're consciously aware of our intention, it facilitates the focus of that spiritual power and supports the manifestation in material reality of that intention. It is a time to bring your complete focus to the subject of your inquiry. Eliminate all distractions and give this your undivided attention, whether this is a project, a relationship, or simply a relaxing time spent walking in nature. Be fully present to the situation. This sharpening of focus will expand your awareness and allow your inner guidance to penetrate your consciousness, which can then be parlayed into an appropriate action. By being focused with crystal clarity, you are in the flow of your life force and, in fact, have become one with it. It is not a hypervigilant or tension-filled state, but one of relaxed attention. So keep your eyes, ears, and heart focused on what and which you need to pay attention to. And miracles can be created. To paraphrase a fictional elder, use the force and use it in life-enhancing ways. And we're back. How do you feel about that message?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I had to just grab my amethyst. It was right. It was
You know
to
what?
the right of me.
It's funny
So
you're going to
I
grab
just-
it. I'm going to be the weird person. I'm also going to grab my hold on. Let me reach real awkwardly over my desk.
Yeah, I did kind of reach out for mine too. Oh, you got the big one.
I got
Very
my big
nice.
guy. Hey, they're friends now.
Hey, hello. Yes, cool.
Who else
Wow.
here at home has an amethyst Go ahead, put some sparkles or stars in the comment section. Give some hearts or sparkles or stars for Amethyst if you have it.
Wonderful. But yes, I definitely resonated with that. Very much so, Dominique. That's where I'm at.
Me
Where I'm
too.
at.
That's where
Yes.
I'm at this week. It's like, okay, it's time to really focus on and drive it home. That's what I feel like. Especially, I feel like there's this really thick energy for the next 3 weeks or 2 weeks. I feel like 3 weeks though, that it's kind of like we got to get it done. We got to put the action in. Are you feeling that?
Yes. I say that because this thick energy that you're speaking about, I understand this because it's like that contrast. It's like it's needed. Do you understand? If it's not there, everything will be so easy.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with easy, but what I'm trying to say is that, how do I say this? That wanting to focus wouldn't come. Do you understand? If that thickness wasn't there.
Yes, that contrast is needed to really recognize.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, I'm in the works. My torque is active, right? So there's not really speed, but there is definitely momentum forward, and it's strong and it's hefty, and it has a lot of Taurus energy to it. On my end, anyways, that's what it feels like, Taurus energy.
That's very true. I agree. Definitely.
So, David, word through the grapevine is you've had a divine encounter, a divine experience. Is this true?
Yes, it is true.
So why don't you fill us a little bit in, or actually fill us a lot of bit in, because we all want to know. And I just realized you weren't even on screen. My bad. But fill us. I was looking at you in the StreamYard, and I wasn't looking at you on the camera. Mercury retrograde.
That's all right. That's okay.
So lead us in. So we have the title, and that's all we gave anybody at home, which was you encountered the golden light. And I'm excited to hear all about this.
Okay, great. You know what? I don't talk about this much. And when you asked me this question, you gave me 2 questions as far as coming onto the show. That was the first one that I wanted to talk about. And again, it's not much talked about because most of my work is giving readings, assisting, yes, in that way. But as far as my story leading up to that point is not really known. But this is what led me to where I'm at now. So the golden light, and I thought about this before I came on, it's the golden light where I started, but it was actually the sound of the golden color, the golden light, which led me on this journey 5 years ago to where I'm at now. So it was actually the sound of gold. Okay, and when I say that,
I'm getting goosebumps.
Yes, it was quite beautiful, so I won't go too much previous up to that point, but I will just basically say up to that point, it was very challenging. A stamped time of about 7 years prior up to the golden light. And it was a lot of unawareness about what was happening to me on a spiritual level, mainly on a spiritual level, but also in the end, resulting in my physical body. So things became very challenging. And it wasn't until I decided to say, you know what, I don't know what's happening to me.
Mm-hmm.
The physicians don't know what's happening to me.
Mm.
I don't. My family do not understand at the time. So I really felt alone.
So it was so it was affecting your health too.
Yes. It was a whole psyche, nervous system. They call it the Kundalini, which is something that I very much agree and understand now looking back. But it came to a point where I had to say, okay, I need to go inward now. Okay. So when that happened, when I started to say, I have to take personal responsibility for my life, how can I do this? And at the time I was close to 300 pounds.
Wow.
Living in the US, yes. Close to 300 pounds. And I mention this because being at that weight and the state I was in physically, as well as mentally and emotionally, I decided, okay, what do I need to do? Inherently, somewhere inside, I said, I need to go back to my body. I need to start with my body. So I decided to go and take a walk at night, one night, and then that walk turned into a kind of like a sprint. And I'm like, hey, I feel good. And then the next day and so on. And I started just focusing on my body, working through my body, feeling my body through sweat, through pushing myself a little bit and so on. So in that way, I started to heal by going back to my body. Up to the golden light. I would say this really started to take effect as far as me taking care of myself and looking inward in 2013. And then close to 2014, I believe, I was sleeping one night. And now I know it came to me in a dream that I was looking in this dream, and there was this, all I could say, you mentioned Taurus, which is quite cool, because in this dream, what came to me was earth. When I say earth, like a crumble of massive, I cannot explain it, but it was this massive eruption, and I remember seeing it from a distance. And prior to this, I could not dream, Dominique.
Wow.
I would even tell people, I maybe dreamt as a child, but I forgot how it is to dream. And I remember thinking, it's been so many years since I've dreamed.
Wow.
I remember. And all of a sudden, as I'm looking at this, all I can explain is just volcano eruption of earth coming to me.
Wow. It's crazy that you're saying volcano, because last week for the good news, we had volcano on here, and all week I've been seeing symbolism of volcano. So I feel like you're about to lay a knowledge bomb on me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go. We'll see. I think so. It feels good. I'm getting there right now. And all of a sudden I look at this coming at me, and my first reaction was to turn and say, wait a minute, what is this coming at me? It was, and something said, not the body any longer, but I know now it was my soul, the part of me that wants to break out, right, of this illusion I created for myself, if this makes sense. Yeah. And I looked at that and I said, I'm going to face it. As it came to me, all I remember, it made contact, but as soon as I realized that it hit me, I was surrounded all of a sudden by this golden light all over. Everything was gold. And Dominique, it had a tone at the same time. So as it hit me, and this gold, there was a tone that filled my whole body, every fiber of my being. And at that point, I thought, I didn't wake up. I just felt this tone that was just, I can't explain it really with words, but it shifted me. It changed my life forever. Because what happened is, prior to that point, I knew of a God. Being Catholic or being raised in the States, yes, of course. Yes. You know, we're raised as there is a God.
The God, the singular mono God.
Yes. But prior to the golden light, I knew of this God, and I always realized, okay, look, there's a power greater than myself. I'm not it. And it's that simple, kind of like from Alcoholics Anonymous type thing. But yeah. But it wasn't until I went inward before this moment of the golden light, which was the God within. And that's what started this divine spark. And that's when that golden light came. So after that moment, when I heard that tone, that was it. I woke up the next day, and everything that was not in my life, that was not of truth, slowly faded away. Wow. And it's very hard to, yes. So it was a process, but it started with me. Yes. But after that, I realized there is a power, a true power. There is something more than me that I just saw and felt that was mine. So it was mine in the way that I trust it so much that it allowed me, or I allowed it to take me on this journey. Now where I'm at as a healer, I am a healer now because I listened to that. I would say divine calling, because it was a calling.
Yes.
It was, that's the.
It sounds like a calling. And it's interesting that you're saying that, for the people at home, it's interesting you're saying that a light has a sound. You know what I mean? It has a frequency. It has a vibration. Last night, I was actually laying, let me see if we can do the wide shot. I was laying right here because I do myself here. And I had these lights on, the color lights on, and I could feel my eyes were closed, but I could feel the energy of each color. And I was like, wait a minute, why? This is last night. So it's interesting that you're talking about this. And I was like, is that red? Is that blue? And then I'd open my eyes and I'm like, I could still feel it. So this is actually something interesting and new to me about feeling the colors. And it, with light specifically, it does have a tone, and some people call it light language, right? Because there is a vibrational frequency. And it sounds like that what you experienced was you were answering the clarion call, which is that soul calling of being a healer. And hey, honey, wake up now. You've been sleeping too long.
I'm gonna just yes,
but not so subtle, not so subtle, and not so gentle.
No,
it's more like the mom with the bucket. Wake up.
Yep. It was like, I saw you, I heard you, and I'm not turning back.
Exactly.
I'm giving up everything in my life right now for what I just saw and heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
And speaking of divine experiences, why don't we go ahead and invite all the viewers at home to a divine experience. Maybe you haven't had something this extraordinary happen in your life, but it all starts with being open-minded. So here in Divine Encounters, we don't disappoint as we go ahead and introduce you to different experiences in this 1 hour broadcast. So, David, are you open to receiving some healing today, or do you want to also give? But it's for 60 seconds exactly.
I'm open for it. From you, I'm open for it. Yes.
All right.
Wonderful.
Then everyone, you see what my little title is right there at the bottom. Close your eyes and put me down. And I'm going to go ahead and invite everyone in on this next transition.
Divine encounters are all alive. Divine encounters, our life's design.
Okay, we're about to put 60 seconds on the clock. But right before we do that, you guys at home from 1 to 10, state in the comment section, what are you feeling? 1 being the worst day of your life, and 10 being I'm so pumped, so energized. This is the best day of my life. I'm actually kind of on the lower end today. I'm at an 8.9. How about you, David?
I would say I'm at an 8.9 too.
Yeah.
At close to what, 1:30 in the morning? That's pretty good.
I would say that's also pretty good. And you guys go ahead, put that in the comment section and let us know what you're feeling at home. And then this way we can gauge when we do the 60 seconds, how much you shifted. That's important to have like a control number so we know how much we shifted. Okay, great. So here we go. 1 minute on the clock starting now. And just take a breath in, everybody. Let that gold and beautiful light come in through your crown chakra and enter into your spinal column, allowing it to enter into your entire nervous system so that it can reach all of the organs, so that it can reach all of the tissues and tendons and muscles and bones that it needs to enter into. And just breathe this beautiful light in. And on your exhale, you are releasing what no longer serves you. And it doesn't need a label and it doesn't need a story. Just recognize and use your breath as the guiding force of this healing recharge energy shift today. And another breath in, and breathe that breath into your heart and let that heart fill with beautiful, unconditional, golden energy and love from the highest realm, and allow yourself to fill with that completely. One last exhale outward. Let's take a breath in and exhale and release. Palms together in front of the heart. Namaste. And you guys can go ahead now at home and open your eyes. Do not stand up. Please keep all arms and legs inside of the moving vehicle at all times.
I love that.
And go ahead now in the comment section. Let me know where you're at now from 1 to 10 so we can see if you've raised in that 1 minute. For me, I can feel it actually still going up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at like a 9.7, but I still feel it elevating.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Me too. I feel it. I feel a lot going on in my feet, which is for me is very much a telltale sign that it started at my feet, which was much needed.
It started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah. From the bottom up, yeah.
Oh, that's
man.
so good.
Yeah. I'm
Angelo,
climbing
you
with
jumped a
mine.
lot. I'm sorry.
Hello, Angelo, my brother. Good to see you,
Oh,
Angelo.
he was at a 3, he's at a 7, so he shifted a lot. And
Ooh.
we have people breaking the meter here with an 11 as well.
Nice. Oh,
And
good.
April's more like at a 9 now. So everybody shifted a lot of points here today. Kudos to you guys. And you know what I say. I'm gonna sound like your mama. Drink some water, please. Wow. Yes, it's very important because it helps the electrical flow in your body and to remove toxins out of your body as well. So thank you for sharing that with me. I'm very high now. I'm surprised I'm not laughing giddy because usually at this point I look like a crazy lady. Like,
I'm starting to get giddy. I gotta. Okay, good. Okay. Yep.
No, it's not just you.
Right, okay, good.
Oh, that's fantastic. So let's talk more about this golden light, because I also work with a golden light, being the Oracle of Apollo and everything. And I was working with Apollo and Lumina last night, and the 7 rays of energy, and golden light is ray number 2, right? So, and obviously that we can tell by just looking at you, you've lost a tremendous amount of weight. And do you feel like this was attributed to the energetic shift inside of you first, and then it kind of like the body caught up?
Yes. Yeah. You know what? I've never heard in those terms phrased that way. But yes, I looking back now, yes, because once that happened, it's yes. Of course, it took me as well to put the intent into what I wanted, right? Which was to take care of myself, because I realized that it is truly my vehicle.
Yes.
In order to assist, I need it. Well, obviously here I'm now in Europe, and it's served me very well. But yes, I do agree with that. Definitely, Dominique.
That's awesome, because it's interesting, because I feel like we have a lot of similarities. So when he actually sent me his video, and you guys are going to see it on the outro, we have the same tapestry. We have it. And I was cracking up. I had to like turn the light all the way up because I couldn't see the background. I was like, wait a minute. And then I was like, where? He's like, I was like, where did you get this from? And you said, where did you get it from?
I got it here, but it was some store. The owner's Egyptian, but I believe it's here. But he said it's made in India, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh man, I got mine in Brazil, and it's also made in India. Same one, which is crazy. And you know, real men have pink. I just want to point that out. Okay.
Thank you. Please, one moment. Okay. The closet is full with pink. Right. And I love it because you talked about the vibration of colors.
Yes.
You go to a job interview, you wear pink, whatever it is. This is the color of love. Definitely. I agree with you.
Yes, it is the color of love. Absolutely. And it's very important. And, you know, there's so many ways that you can learn to work with chromotherapy and colors and their sounds. So tell me a little bit more about what this opened for you, because I know when I had my shift, I'm 4'11". I know I look really tall. I know I look super tall here, but I'm actually 4'11", and I'm like around 133-ish. But at my heaviest, I was 183 pounds, having nervous central system problems, sick, bedridden, unable to brush my own hair, feed myself, and I had to be taken care of. And when I started to have my shift energetically, the weight just, and some of my students, when they get attuned to Reiki, I saw one of my students lose 70 pounds because it's emotional, stagnant, toxic weight that we're holding on to. I love orange. Orange does not get a bad rap. I love orange. You will catch me in a lot of orange. I just won't, not on the camera, but because I feel like I match better. But, you know, I do wear a lot of orange. Orange is awesome.
Yeah, orange is definitely one of my favorite colors too.
So let's talk. Let's talk about this expansion. I want to know, do you feel like in your healing journey, did you come to know like more about the deities behind this light, or did you come to how, because we talked about the mono god, right? What do you
Mhm.
feel like expanded that idea for you?
Well, after that was seen, being again raised Catholic or being around that specific God, Jesus Christ, and so on, yes, as a savior and so on, I automatically started to work in that area as far as with Jesus Christ as the one to work with, because a lot was being shown to me, Christ's energy after that.
Yes. And
So
it's
Christ,
funny because the Christ energy is still the golden light.
you know what? Let me tell you something. I got it. So let me tell you something. I said, I this I this tone cannot just go unnoticed. I mean, I heard it, I felt it, it was my experience, but I want to have something I can look at to, I need to hear this tone again. So I started to do some investigation, but it was divinely led. I know this now through different ways of being led by spirit to find the tone. I have this tone that I would like to give you in the way of, you can hear it as well on YouTube.
Yes.
So, but before I do that, it was some things that had to do with prior Catholic churches and what were the older, like the not orchestra, but the way they used to sing, like in Enigma, the name of the, not monks, but I forgot the type of, anyways, that hurt, or that frequency was very much involved in the notes of that time, but it was actually taken out at one point because it was thought to be the highest note closest to God to get to the divine.
Wow.
Yes, but
You have a
yes,
question.
yes, go ahead.
Michael wants to know, the host of hosts, why do they call Jesus that?
Why do they call Jesus Jesus? You know
True.
what? I can tell you, I have no idea.
I just feel like, as far as Jesus goes, he's one path of many, not the only path. We look over there, like India, and they're like, they recognize him as an ascended master. They recognize Buddha as an ascended master, but one path of enlightenment of many. And that's how I see it as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, exactly. Because what happened is that after that, I went towards working with that energy. It helped me tremendously to get a part of my journey. But then I started to realize, wait a minute, this is actually me, within me, the connection I have with the divine, with God. Yes, it's my connection. It's within me. And then once I started to really realize that, then I started to understand my true power within myself. Yes. And
Yeah.
yes, but it started there, it started with the Christ energy, because my heart was open. My heart was just open. After that happened, open. So beautiful experience. And I was in that place for a very long time. But then I started to learn how would I say, put both feet on the ground as well. So there was a balance to still be here on this earth, because I was so wide open with love. Yeah. It was the most beautiful experience. Yeah. But then I had to realize I need to ground myself, because I
Right.
started to realize that I am here to help heal. I am a healer. Yes. So I say that now because I am. And a lot of what happened was because I was being prepared for where I'm at now.
So for
But
the
yeah.
people who are just beginning this journey and they're going, you
Mhm.
know what? I think I might be a healer too. What do you say to them?
Then you are. If you think that you might be a healer, then you're a healer. Mhm. So that's it.
So
Because if you,
what
it's
what
a
would be
simple,
what would be the steps, or what would be something, a suggestion for them for moving forward on that understanding of themselves?
first of all, what I say, if you think you're a healer, if that's the first place to start, to realize that you are, number one, because from that place, you start to trust yourself.
Yes.
So no matter what, you have to trust yourself. Yes. So it
Yes.
may be scary to take. Yes, right, Dominique. It may be to take those footsteps, to try different things. Yes, to really give yourself to healing. It's not easy. Yeah, it takes courage, right? But
It
the
really
first part is,
does.
yes, is to trust yourself. Now, when there is a divine experience that comes from outside, that something in my experience I wasn't asking for, that
Or were
helped me
you?
tremendously.
Or
Yeah,
were you?
right.
What was your soul?
Right.
Maybe your human side
Yeah.
was just like, I don't even know any about this, but that inner being's like, do 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 do, Morse code to the
Right.
universe. Do 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 do. We need to get
Yeah.
moving on this.
Yeah. So I would say trust yourself. I would definitely say to trust yourself. I had that experience that actually not forced me, but how would I say that? No, I know there's something in that I can trust. I will risk everything because I trust that. So it was very, in a way, easy as far as that to start this journey. But for
It
anybody
was
else,
like a blossoming.
that's it. Anything. But if you think you are, trust that, and then everything else will come. Trust me. Another thing, Dominique, very important, is that I get a lot of people that come to me that ask, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing in my life? Yes. And I always say, whatever you are doing or whatever you have done is the right path, no matter what.
I agree.
No matter how challenging it may have seemed in the past or it is now, it is part of your path. That part right there it can be very comforting, right? Because you realize, all right, everything I've done is part of my path. Yeah. So the
Yes.
shame, guilt, whatever, all that is, you get to embrace that and say, okay, it's mine. I embrace it. I accept it. And now I can move forward, type thing. Yeah.
I think that's a very beautiful way of expressing that, for sure. And I hope everybody at home resonates with that and understands. And if you have any questions for Mr. David today, don't be shy and put them in the comment section.
Yeah.
Speaking so much about trust, how about we see where your trust is at and test you with the Apollo games? You guys know at home is at 10. Get the kitties,
Good,
get the husband,
Cool.
get the wife. It's about to get real. Okay, so here is
so cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
If
cool.
the person who made this format, it was my spirit guide, which is actually Walter Mercado, for those of you who don't know. And he's literally, I sat here, I was so upset. I was just like, I don't know how to make a show. I have no knowing of this. And he came in and he's like, this is what you're gonna do. This is how you're gonna do it. And that's how that happened. So Divine Encounters was divinely guided. Go figure.
Wow. I
So
love it. Are you, if you don't mind me asking, Dominic, are you Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Rican and Spaniard. Thanks for asking.
Oh, wow. Okay. Just wanted to ask. Yes. I heard that name because my first mentor was Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting because I was talking about Taino Indians today, and now you're asking me if I'm Puerto Rican. I was like, oh, I want to go to work with my ancestors, and now this is coming up. So I feel like it's another message. Don't forget to go work with your ancestors. But speaking of trusting, we're gonna go ahead and get into the game. So your job right now is to predict what's underneath the fabric. And if you win from here all the way to Germany, I'm gonna send you, David, and anyone at home watching, and anyone on the replay, and anyone in a watch party, a social distancing high five if you win. Okay. And it is certified, authentic, and unique. And it will come to you directly now. So here's the question.
What figurine is beneath the fabric? Is it Kuan Yin, Nefertiti, Hermes, Buddha?
Okay, those are your options. Everyone at home, go ahead in the comment section below, and you guys have to the end of this music to comment, and David also has to the end of this music to make his prediction. Here we go. And we're back. So everyone go ahead in the comment section below, put your answers in there. There are no wrong answers here, so don't worry about it. Or are they? Okay, David, I'm gonna let you take the forefront. What is under the fabric?
Kuan Yin.
You're gonna say Kuan Yin. Angelo says Nefertiti. Michael says Buddha. Davon says Kuan Yin. Samantha's daughter says Buddha.
Oh,
So we have a couple of people here with Buddha, a couple of people. Oh, Nelsita also says Kuan Yin. And April says lady. I don't know which one is lady.
Kuan Yin.
Kuan Yin or Nefertiti, they're both ladies.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but I love it. She's like, I could feel lady, but I'm not sure which ladies. Okay, let's see what the answer is.
What figurine is beneath the fabric? Is it Kuan Yin, Nefertiti, Hermes, Buddha? Reveal time! Did you get Nefertiti?
But we tried. Don't worry, there are no losers here at Divine Encounters, only the wrong answer. But that is besides the point because we're working with our inner child here. We're bringing that jovial, playful energy up. So it doesn't even matter if you got it right or wrong. But if you got it right, as of course, because I'm a woman of my word, social distancing high five for all of you out there. Oh, yeah, for you too. And for those of you who didn't get it right, you're going to get a participation fist bump. So that's pow, 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 pow. Participation fist bump for everybody. She said yes with the big head. Oh my gosh. Angelo says, I win. Oh, thank you, Angelo.
Angelo got it. Very
Yeah,
nice.
that's pretty awesome. So, David, please let everyone know where they can contact you at if they want a service from you, please. And plug yourself a little bit here.
Sure, yes, you can refer to the page. I'm not sure if it's listed there, Dominique, but it's David Visus, okay? David, second word Visus, V-I-S-U-S. And I had a previous page that was a bit more detailed with my work. So I have a new page now due to my name changing as far as my business name. I say business name now because I do have an official business here now in Europe.
Aw, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. So yes, it's David Visus, and there you can find out about my work, mostly in my reviews. Yeah, but it's listed there as a healer with spiritual counseling. Yeah, the way I referred it, but you can always message me and ask me what type of work I do. You can read the reviews, and or I can let you know now basically trance healing, mediumship work, divination, and yes, that's basically most of the three, but involved in those, it's so vast, involved in those different three. Yes, it's very vast as far as the way comes, or the way I assist.
Well, thank you for that, friend. I really appreciated
welcome.
having you here today. I am
You
actually
too.
getting my second camera back online because Mercury retrograde. Hold on, guys.
Okay.
You can keep talking about anything you want for the next few seconds, friend.
Okay. I just wanted to say, I think your show is so. I think the way that you have it set up and the way the energy is great. I took a nap before I came on, and then I got here, and after maybe 5 minutes into it, I can go another 16 hours.
Oh, fantastic. That makes me so happy to hear. Okay.
Yes.
So you guys know, thank you, Orlando, for being here. David Orlando. I always want to call you by your last name. I don't know why. I think it's just like a thing.
Yeah, just do it.
But we're going to right now, we're going to put him in the background. No one puts baby in the corner. We're just going to put you in the background. And we're going to go ahead and do our midweek collective check-in. And as you can see, we're going to try to beat Mercury in retrograde today. I have my camera at a different angle. So let's see what is going on with the get down. Yes. And this is all about the midweek collective check-in, because you guys know every Sunday night I live stream all of your horoscopes here on Divine Encounters. No surprise here. We have the Agnes card. Let's see if we can get this just a little. Boop. Okay. We have the Agnes card here, and she's saying don't compromise. So I kind of feel like this is aligning with that beginning good news energy that we had earlier with the focus. So I feel like don't compromise. It's kind of like, don't compromise your time. Get all of your energy, get all the ducks in a row, and put all of your focus into a direction. Don't let people steal your time. Don't let people distract you from the objective of your life. I feel like something big is coming with this, and all you have to do is make sure that you keep hitting the nail on the head and keep the focus right on the target, because you're going to align yourself with what you're attempting to manifest. Ooh, didn't we just talk about ancestors? So we have ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. So I feel for a lot of us here, myself included, especially this time of main Halloween, we're working with the ancestor energy. We have Dia de los Muertos coming up. As you can see, I kind of am my altar set up back there for that energy happening. And that's basically working with your ancestors. And, working with your ancestor means breaking chains of poverty, breaking illnesses, breaking anything that you feel like has been generational. Okay. It's removing that. So I feel like for a lot of us, it's like, hey, don't compromise. You're very close to doing something different that your family has never done before. Does that make sense for you guys? You're doing something greater that was not accomplished in your past DNA. That's what I want to say for that. That is huge. Oh, we got Hippo. We got Hippo here. Let me bring him over here because he's kind of cute. We got hippopotamus energy totem happening for the rest of the week. And if you guys noticed earlier in the blessing, when I brought out the focus card, the blessing was Angel Celestina with friendship. Funny enough, Hippo says, friends stand close by to shield you from life's adventures. Know that your friends are your selective soul tribe group that you have incarnated with is to allow you to have support and assistance during your energetic shifts. That be, I'm going through something, I'm upgrading to something, I'm still on my way towards something, but their advice, their love, their guidance and support is going to help alleviate some stressors in your life. So don't be afraid to what's the word I'm looking for? To allow other people in and to let them support you. Okay. Let's see. That was the totem and the overall energy. The overall energy for the rest of the week is the Hangman. And the Hangman is showing here crossroads, transitions, turning points, and decisions. No shock there. We're all working through something ancestral right now. No shock that this is a transition or a turning point, because something big is in the works. I don't know how many times I got to say that. Something big is in the works. Let's see what the blessing is for the rest of the week. Let's move these little star cards out the way. Okay. Ooh. We have Angel Faith blessing us with, we have two Angel Faiths. I don't know if you guys can see that from the camera, but we have two Angel Faiths blessing us with serenity. Angel Faith blessing us with freedom. So we got double faith. And then we have Angel Raphael blessing us with divinity. So as I'm looking at this whole spread, I'm looking at Angel's Faith double. So when I see the same angel, there's 9 different angels in this blessings cards. When I see this angel double, I feel like it's kind of like a major arcana in tarot, where it has more weights, it has more meaning, right? So I feel like Angel Faith is additionally blessing us with faith, so that we know we have that boldness, like David was talking about, that courage, like David was talking about, because it's going to allow us to have freedom once we actually take the courage and the boldness to look within ourselves and look within the patterns of our ancestors and what we don't want going forward, where we want to cut at the line. Maybe you're the first one who graduated high school. Maybe you're the first one in your family who owned your own business, but serenity is here. So serenity for me is like, don't worry, because we have you covered. Be in that peaceful state, be in that serene state, because we are around you and we're assisting you and to keep this going. And additionally, that divinity card is kind of like the reassurance of, you're doing the right thing. You're doing this from a good place. You're doing this from a compassionate, loving space. So you need to recognize that this is also the blessing from the divine. That ease, when it comes in easy, because it doesn't always have to come in hard, although we think we have to work very hard to get things. But the angels are very, very well equipped. And at times they will bring you things with ease. And so I feel like this divinity here is going to be you recognizing what has to change, what has to break, where I don't have to compromise, what friends can be near me. But I'm going to do this all from a empowered and balanced heart space. So I hope you guys enjoy that midweek collective energy check-in. Astrologically, we are still in Mercury in retrograde till November 3rd. So there's that. But don't worry, on the 23rd, pretty much everybody's going to be transitioning out of this Scorpio into the Libra. So then we're all going to be feeling a little better. So just hang in there, everybody. And you're back.
Yes, very nice.
So I feel
Very
like
nice.
we kind of touched on a little bit about what we were talking about.
Yep,
And
definitely.
it seems to be a theme with these. So how do you feel about this overall reading, maybe for you or for the collective anyways?
I this part about understanding that everything that is happening is divinely supported as well is very important. And that goes back to what I was speaking about. Everything is for a reason, no
Yes.
matter how it may seem in these times, yes, that it's supported, divinely supported. So by your ancestors, the angels showing up, support system from the other side. Yes, I say the other side, the other world. I learned this but heard this term in London at a school I went to. If you ever heard of Stansted, Dominique, if you ever have a chance or ever interested, look up Stansted College in London. Wonderful, wonderful college. But anyways, someone termed it as other world, and I love that. Yeah, it's not separate from us, but
Right.
But yeah, I definitely resonated that was for me as well. Definitely everything was for me within that message.
Oh, I'm glad it resonated with you, friend. And I do feel that way. Other worlds, not like separate from us, but on top with us at the same time, just vibrating differently. So we have to interact with it differently, right?
Yes. And I like this part about the ancestral, breaking the ancestral lines or doing things that have not been done again or before. Love that.
That is definitely the big thing I must have been feeling, because even when we opened this, I was just like, something big is coming. So you guys are the keepers of the keys, everyone at home. You are the keepers of your keys, and you are the choice. You are the option. You are the solution as well.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of solutions and choices, I know you guys saw at the bottom of the screen, I've been flashing it all evening. So I have a special next week on the 28th, and I'm doing a special Halloween episode. So as you guys normally know, every Wednesday night, I bring on a special guest like our guest here today. But next week, there won't be a special guest to the naked eye. There will be many special guests in the energy field. And what I'll be doing is I will be doing a live free mediumship reading to connect with all your ancestors closest to Halloween, the 28th, as I possibly can get. And you guys are all invited. So share this feed, tag your friends, let anyone know who you think needs to connect with their ancestor that I am doing this, because any viewer is able to get a reading from me that day, because it's really like free game. It's like whoever wants to come in to bring a message along that day is going to be delivered, and they could literally be anybody. So please come back and let everyone know. This has been a really fun show. I am so grateful for you being here, especially staying up so late. I was just like, oh my God. At the chamaquito, I felt so bad. I was just like, oh, he's going to be up so late.
No, but I really appreciate it. It was worth it so much. I was looking forward to it so much.
That's so happy about that. And if you want to be on my show, Divine Encounters, and you have a divine experience, please email me at divineencounters@e360tv.com, and I will send you an intake form so we can try to get you on here on the feed. So with that being said, I hope that you're leaving here today better than you came. May you above all else, you guys know that I wish you love, light, and wisdom to know thyself, love thyself, and remember the divine always has your back. Ciao.
Thank you. Oh, I said thank you in German.